Texans, Coach Nelson, tell me, what are your thoughts about Dalton? You said this is a big deal. He got a 3-year contract extension, $36 million, after just a tiny, well, not really tiny, but a 1-year deal for $6.2 million last offseason. I mean, that's a big pay increase. I mean, that's $30 million pay increase in the year. What do you think?
It appears he was worth every single penny.
Well, clearly.
And thank heavens we took him out of the free agent race, and we're going to keep him, and we're really building this team. We've talked over and over that it's just so important to keep these stars and back them up.
Well, you know, the interesting thing is, so I was listening to Unsportsmanlike, one of our brother stations, or I guess we can't say sister stations because they're guys, but anyway, listening to Unsportsmanlike earlier this week, and one of the things that they talked about was that the NFL has more salary cap to work with, or I guess they raised their salary cap. So
why don't you explain what the salary cap is?
So the salary cap, basically in the NFL, there is a pool of cash, cold hard cash, that each team gets to utilize to build their team, retain players to the point you just made. And this year it was increased. And I think the increase is something like, it's millions of dollars per team. So I'm willing to bet that Dalton, with our beloved Texans, probably got most of the additional funds that the Houston Texans received in that salary cap increase. So that's how they're able to do it. And that's exactly what it's for. So the commentary around this increase this year was that the teams will now have no excuse, really. I mean, they didn't say that, but I'm saying that, to pay their stars, to incentivize people to stay, especially with free agency approaching, which you know is on your birthday, which is for your birthday. We discussed this,
Wednesday,
right?
March 13th.
Exactly. And that, as a matter of fact, next week we're going to have Texas College Football Hall of Famer and former NFL player Jared Dillard on with us to help us unpack. Okay, so what does this mean? Because there's a lot of talk about this March 13th deadline, I mean, in addition to it being your birthday, but what does that really mean? So we're going to talk a lot about that next week, and that's just one part. So free agency is just one part, and then you still have the combine that's coming. So, okay, we have free agency that's going to happen. Russell Wilson and others are kind of a part of those conversations. Okay, now they get that out of the way. Now they have to build the rest of the team. So we're going to talk all about it, and Jared's going to help us unpack it. And not just from the free agency, generally speaking, standpoint, but as a former athlete, you know, what is it like during this time period? What are you thinking about?
Yeah, how does it feel?
How does it feel? What is it like, etc. So I'm really excited about our show next week. But anyway, Dalton, I mean, I've never received a $30 million increase in 1 year.
I have in my dreams.
I was going to say, I say 1 year ever. I've never received a 30. I mean, Dalton, we hope you're worth. I mean, I think you're worth it. He's worth it.
Definitely he's worth it.
Okay.
Coach Nelson knows that. But